morning, Adele.
Hello, Julie.
Thanks for coming out this morning.
That's okay.
You had a bit of a drive.
Yes, an hour this morning or an hour and a half.
Yeah, and you brought baby Winston with you.
Yes, the little boy's having a nap.
Yeah. How did he go? Did he sleep in the car?
He slept the whole way. He's tired this morning.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for agreeing to doing the video today.
That's okay.
I'm aware that someone's just arrived to say hello this morning as well. So this is Bridie, as you know, and you're quite familiar with Bridie. How long have you known Bridie for?
Oh, at least 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, okay. She's wandered off to do something else now. So today we're going to check in and just have a little bit of a see how your week's gone. And just to, I was wondering if you had anything that was, stressing you or any themes that were coming up for you this week. We've got a few people coming over to say hello to you. How's your week in general been?
It's been busy. Feel like it's been non-stop actually.
Yeah.
Very busy week, but yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
Busy in what way?
Just always something on, especially with Winston. There's always something. I've been just started back at work the last month or so a few days a week, which we're not used to in the daycare runs. So getting ready for drop off and pick up, and it's hectic. Yeah.
And what's that like, leaving him at daycare?
To be honest, I've been a lot better than I thought I would have been. Because I've got work to go to, and it's quick, so it's quite like the day goes quick. The people that look after him are pretty good. They're really lovely, so I don't stress as much. I'm like at work, I think about him, and I can't wait to pick him up, but I don't stress as much as I thought I would, which is good.
That is good.
Yeah.
That is good. You mentioned, busy in other areas too.
Yeah.
Is there anything else going on?
My partner Jack, his parents have been moving, and we're always just doing something on the weekends. Busy. Like I've only been home Wednesday this week, since last Thursday, and won't be back home till next, have a day off till next Wednesday. So it's like all the housework and everything gets away, obviously, and the animals. So yeah, just helping other people out. Like we've always got something on the weekends, I feel, or during the week even. Yeah.
You've mentioned busy a few times.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
Good. It's just hard with Winston because I've got him pretty much 24/7. My partner is busy with work. Majority of the week he's been away for work all week, so it doesn't matter what happens, like I have to do everything with the baby, which is fine, more than fine. Winston's pretty cruisy baby, but it takes it's a lot more strain when you because I drive to Melbourne a lot on the weekends, and it's a 3-hour trip there, 3 hours back, and with a young baby, he's just gone 7 months. It's a lot more stressful than people think, and you've always got to work around naps and everything, and then try and get there on time, and it's hard because you don't have anyone else to sort of help out, I guess. You've sort of, with my partner away, it makes it hard.
So I'm hearing that sometimes it's good and sometimes it's stressful.
Yeah, yep.
So when it's stressful, how does that feel?
It just feels stressful, I guess.
Okay.
You just feel run down. I'm always feeling tired 24/7, which is obviously okay. Winston still doesn't sleep very well. Hi, Bridie. Doesn't sleep very well. He's only just started this week, but he's normally, sometimes he can be up 10 times a night.
Yeah.
So it's also having no sleep and then, carrying on. But I think tired, you get run down, but every day you still have to obviously get up and do it again. But sometimes you just build up on your emotions, but
Okay.
that's okay.
Okay. And we might bracket that for a minute and come back to that.
Yep.
I'm a little bit aware that probably because of the camera that you're a little bit fidgety and probably not quite as settled. So it's really good that we normally start with a little bit of breathing and a little bit of regulation and grounding. So we might start with that and then come back and revisit some of those themes. And Bridie's quite keen to see you by the looks of it. So how's this space for you? Does this feel comfortable? Is this too close, or
No, it's
sun's not too much in your
nice
eyes?
and relaxing.
Yeah, you're feeling, yeah.
Beautiful day.
And feel free to move around and get yourself comfortable. Maybe pop your feet on the ground just so you get a nice little connection there. Make sure you get the cushions right.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to invite you to take some out breaths and just focus on those out breaths. It's a way of regulating our nervous system. You can close your eyes or you can keep your eyes open. Just let the in-breath come naturally. And just focus on that out-breath. You can think about what you've seen with the horses and their self-regulation, because they do that out-breath beautifully with their big let down. So it can be soft or it can be loud, whatever feels right for you. But just a couple of nice out-breaths, just to, it brings your mind to here too, brings your mind present, and maybe put away some of the busyness of your day so far. And another out breath. And Bridie's doing it with us. That's beautiful. I'm not quite sure if the camera can pick up that, but she's certainly joining in there, and that's exactly that behaviour that we want to mimic a little bit. Just that, relaxation and letting everything flow down. And the other thing I want to bring your attention to is your feet on the ground. And if you think about Bridie, who's walking around beside us now, and that positive, and that really solid connection that the horses have with the ground, it's about pushing your energy down and relaxing down into and feeling that connection with the earth. So just breathing into that and just feeling that connection. And noticing whether it's a solid connection, a heavy connection, might feel a little uneven. And just breathing down into that space. And noticing what else might be happening for you. I did notice your shoulders when you were doing that out breath just came down a little bit, like they came from up here down. That connection with the earth is quite resourcing, and it's always there for you. So it's a really good thing to learn how to tune into that. Really good thing to use when you're feeling busy. And now I might get you to orientate yourself to the environment, to the area that we're in, and just take in what's happening around us, and switch into your other senses. So not just sight, what you can hear, what you can smell, and taste. I know you've had a hot cross bun prior to coming here, so you might have
chocolate.
You've had some chocolate too. Okay. That residual, taste that you might have, and then also what you're feeling. Like you might become aware of like the clothes on your skin. There's a fraction of a breeze. Just tuning into all those senses while you're doing a couple of out breaths. And I'm wondering, as we're sitting here and you're looking around, is there anything in particular that your eye's drawn to? Is there anything that you see that brings a sense of calm?
I'm just looking at the trees, really. The trees and listening to the birds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any tree in particular, or?
I don't know what that tree is called, that big pine
Yep.
on the right.
Yep. And I can see you've just got some lovely wind in that too. And you said the birds as well?
Yeah, there's a lot of birds out.
There is a lot. There is a lot.
They're very noisy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But
nice.
Okay. So you're finding that quite calming.
Yeah.
Okay. If during the session you become activated, this is a space that you can come back to. So if you know something you're doing, or if anything happens, or if you get nervous while you're in with the horse, this is a good place to bring yourself back to that out breath, and maybe looking at the tree and just bringing that calmness in again. Yeah. How are you feeling?
Very relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might just go back to the conversation that we started with, just about feeling busy. And I'm wondering again, what stress for you feels like. You might get a tightness, or it might feel like anger, or you might feel sad, or I'm wondering what the emotion is behind feeling stressed.
So, do you mean like why I'm stressed, or how I react?
Not why, what that feels like for you in your body when it's happening.
I don't really like it, because I feel like I get a bit more angry.
Yep.
But everything just feels overwhelming. Actually, that's a good word.
That's
I'm always like, this is really overwhelming. Like it's,
Yep.
Yeah.
But there's an anger there.
I do find myself getting frustrated a lot more, especially if the day is really busy and that. Just the stresses of the week or whatever. I do see days where I get a bit more anger, which is obviously not a good thing.
And why is that not a good thing?
Because I don't like being angry, or like everyone, you don't like snapping at people or things or anything. Yeah.
It's probably an emotion that we've been taught, it is bad.
Yeah.
So I'd like you just to think of it as an emotion.
Yeah.
Same with laughter, joy. And I suppose if you think, if we think again about how the horses are in a herd, and what you've seen from the horses in a herd, and how they respond to the environment, and they also respond with anger very quickly, and then they just return to grazing and do that letdown breath. And they also don't judge. No emotion is better or worse than the other. They're either happy, or they're strong and excited and running around with joy, or that quick anger if someone's entering into their space where they don't want them to be there. They deal with it immediately and then they let it go.
Yeah.
Just a different way to start thinking about our emotions as not either good or bad, as just being there, just accepting them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, I'm just thinking, with those thoughts and those feelings and that emotion in particular, I'm wondering if you can, I'm wondering if you're interested in exploring that a little bit with one of the horses. We have Bridie, and we also have Jazz behind us. So I'm wondering if you're willing to sit with those thoughts, for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and meet the horses with that thought, You can either say it out loud to them, or you can just think it in your head. And any other feelings that arise, like if there's a sadness or a joy or anything else that's arrived, I'm wondering if you can welcome that feeling, and just sit with that feeling with one of the horses, and just see what happens.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Sort of express how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Or,
Yep.
The
Yep.
things that are
in a
going
way
on.
that feels right for you. There's no right or wrong. So,
Yeah.
you might just want to go in and touch one of the horses. You might just want to observe one of the horses. You might just want to have that energy there with them. And again, if something, if something activates you, you can return to that state of calmness. When we work with the horses, they're prey animals, they're play animals. They can move very quickly, and they also, that they have good boundaries. They'll tell you if they want you in their space or not. So today, as everywhere else, it's your awareness that's going to keep you safe. So just being aware of where you're standing in relation to the horses, and knowing that you can step away, you can move them away, or if in doubt, just I'll be right here, or I can come in beside you if you have any worries about that. And also knowing your own boundaries, because they're play animals. So, if they're mouthing you or, at your hair and you're not comfortable with that, then knowing that you can say no to that as well.
Yeah.
They have boundaries, you have boundaries. And just being aware that they have some spots, some blind spots like behind them at the back, and she's trying to mouth you at the moment. At the good demonstration. Hopefully that's on the video too. So they've got some blind spots at the back of them and just under their nose, they're directly in front of them. What would you do if if Bridie becomes activated, or she needed to move, or something happened, something changed? Like, how would you respond to that? If you were beside her.
Probably just move out of her way, let her go to wherever she wants to go.
Yeah. And you would feel comfortable to move, step quickly out of the way?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
If she doesn't get a fright, hopefully.
Yeah, okay. And of course, I can be right here, or I can be beside you.
Yeah.
Okay, so just recapping those experiences that you've been having with feeling quite stressed, quite overwhelmed, the emotion behind that, we're just going to explore a little bit in a way that feels safe to you and in a way that feels right to you, for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and have a chat.
Yeah.
That sounds okay to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it a go. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Come through this way.
Should I stay out of her space? Or?
It's up to you. It's what feels right for you, where you feel comfortable with standing. What did you experience?
I was actually thinking a lot about how Bridie was reacting, like what she was doing.
Yeah,
And I kind of felt that she kind of feels like how I feel, like that's how she was acting, if that makes sense. Like she couldn't really be bothered or didn't really want to be there but has to participate. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Like some days when you just can't be bothered but
Yeah,
you're there anyway, like
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. What was your best guess at what Bridie was wanting?
I feel like she was happy to just be there.
Yep.
But didn't want to be right at you. Just be there in the space, but doesn't want to be too like you at her. You know, I guess.
Yeah, I do. And she was very by her ears, and she was very tuned into you. But yeah. And the thought did cross my mind that Bridie herself was it was a couple of years ago, but was a new mum, a first-time mum as well. So,
true. Yeah.
were you able to sit in that space and that, those feelings? Was there any feelings that came up?
I guess that, it's okay to just have those days. Like, obviously, the horse looks like she's having those days, or like like you said, horses react the same, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Like, to us.
Yep.
But it's not just you; it's probably everyone, maybe.
So you're not the only person that experiences stress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I noticed she again took a few out breaths while she was out there too. Yeah. If you were going to take something away from today, what would that be? Like, do you feel like there was any message, or do you feel like?
I guess to just go back to that point of relaxing, like you said at the start, just breathing. Like when it gets frustrated, maybe just take a breath.
Yep.
Feel the ground. Like just stop for a second, because I get really frustrated and just keep going flat out.
Yep.
I'm always thinking about the next thing and what I have to do. Like always think about a million things that aren't done. So I guess just some stuff can be left.
Giving yourself a moment to take an out breath.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for today, and I'm glad you got something out of it. I know this is the first time you've done anything like this. So thank you.
That's okay. Anytime.
And we'll take a couple of out breaths just to end the session.
Yeah.
Just to
Okay.